today we'll be talking about the two Fridas.
Truly a wonderful piece, and one of the most memorable pieces done by Frida Kahlo.
This piece is quite large, almost life-size in fact, as it measures 1.73 meters by 1.73 meters. This is actually one of her biggest works in her career.
Yes, indeed, and it's a lovely double portrait which portrays her two identities, her European ancestry and her Mexican heritage.
Let's begin by admiring the actual form of this piece. It is clear that this is a surrealist painting, considering that there are strong lines which make it appear like she is a drawing, but she is still quite distinguishable as an individual. Also, the two figures aren't flat, rather they have a voluminous quality to them, due to the shading and the texture she adds to her dresses.
The extreme eccentric color scheme she uses also gives an extra depth to this portrait, since it allows her to vividly convey that emotion and distinguish each side of herself. The linear perspective incorporated in this piece is actually extremely remarkable, considering that the center of the painting and the vanishing points of all these lines is at the union of her hand, demonstrating the unity of her two identities.
Yes. Well, it is quite interesting considering that Frida Kahlo has a German father and a Mexican mother. Like with most individuals who are mixed race, can cause a lot of internal conflict of identity and human body, which is exemplified within this artwork.
Agreed. In fact, if we were to take a look at this piece, it is clear that there are two distinct sides of this artwork.
The right, or darker-skinned Frida, is the indigenous woman who is adored by her husband, since she is depicted in a fully traditional Tijuana dress.
The Mexican culture of Tijuana was a matriarchal society that later on became a cultural icon in the Mexican Revolution.
This is quite interesting that Frida depicts herself in this attire, since the typical Frida that is popularized in the media only arose after being married to Diego Rivera, a famous Mexican muralist. In fact, Frida never truly wore Mexican clothes in day-to-day life until after their wedding day, when Diego suggested that she dressed in such clothing to show off her Mexican pride.
And this is why, on this portion of the art piece, Frida is seen with a full heart and a singular vein wrapping around her arm, connecting to a small portrait of Diego himself that Frida always carried with her. This symbolic gesture suggests that the version of Frida which she loves was also only able to flourish because her heart pumped for love and admiration from Diego. This contrasts greatly with the European Frida.
This brings us to the left side of the piece, which the lighter-skinned Frida, a European side, that was rejected by her husband and pushed aside during her marriage.
This Frida is completely disconnected from Diego, depicting a half-open heart and a scissor in her hand, which was where the original portrait of Diego should be. It is clear that this version of Frida receives no love from her husband, thus causing her to resent this side of herself.
Fortunately, it is through her divorce with Diego that the two versions of Frida unite and begin to mend each other at the heartbreak that was failed in her matrimony.
In fact, it is both the conjoined and the connected vein which is portraying the ideology that the stronger Frida is helping support the weaker heart from the physical and mental suffering, forcing herself to come out of the situation even stronger.
The two Fridas, although surrealistic in nature and complex, is truly Frida Kahlo's way of expressing emotion that almost everyone faces at least once in their life: heartbreak.